Hey, sports fans. Welcome to
Powered
another
by
episode of
Riverside
Bucky
FM.
Sports Show. Tonight we're going to talk about the Braves at Phillies series and the Braves versus Red Sox series. The Braves came into the week at 25 and 27 and third in the NL East. Monday was an off day for them, so their week started on Tuesday. This was a Philadelphia win 2-0. Another Spencer Strider start and another bizarre game. Strider went 4 1/3 innings, giving up 1 run on 1 hit, 4 walks, and a hit batter while striking out 7. He was better, but he needs to work on his command. 4 walks isn't good. The 1 hit he gave up was an RBI double after a walk. He is close to being his old self, but just a tick off. Offensively, this was a very bizarre game. Neither team had a hit with runners in scoring position. The Braves were 0 for 2 and the Phillies were 0 for 5. The Phillies scored a runner from first on the double and a bases loaded walk in the 8th. Both teams left 10 men on base. The other oddity to this game is the Braves had a runner on base in every inning except for the 9th. They even loaded the bases in the 5th. They couldn't get a hit or figure out a way to score a run. Acuna got a hit. That is at least one in all 4 games he has played. Albies picked up a hit, extending his hitting streak to 12. Wednesday's game was rained out and postponed to Thursday afternoon. So game 1 of the Thursday doubleheader was a 5-4 Philadelphia lead or win. This game hurts, pun intended. In this game, Braves starter A.J. Smith-Shawver was hit by a line drive in the bottom of the 3rd. It looked to me like it was in the Achilles area. He pitched to one more batter before being removed. During that at bat, he was showing signs of elbow discomfort. It did end up being a torn UCL, so it will likely be Tommy John surgery and miss all of this year and next year. In the next half inning, Stuart Fairchild dislocated his right pinky finger and had to be removed. To his credit, after getting it popped back in, he remained active in case they needed him in the second game. The Braves had 13 hits and 5 walks. That's 18 base runners and could only manage to score 4 runs. They left 11 men on base. This cannot continue. Through all that, though, they did manage to tie the game in the 8th on a home run from Murphy and doubles from Acuna in H2. Then Hernandez came in to pitch the bottom of the 8th and gave up a single, walk, sacrifice bunt, another walk, and allowed the winning run to score by hitting a batter. A really poor performance. I also question why he wasn't pulled. I get that someone else probably would have allowed a run with the bases loaded, but Dodd came in after the hit by pitch and did not allow a run. Why wait until then? This loss could have probably been avoided. At least it would have been avoided in the 8th, most likely. Thursday's game 2. This was a 9-3 Atlanta win. Game 2 was the exact opposite of game 1. The offense was able to score 9 runs off of 8 hits and 8 walks. When they can score over half their base runners, this is a dangerous team. Unfortunately, it happens once a week. We have to find consistency. They did all of this off of a Cy Young candidate. In the 4th, the Braves did something they have only done once so far this year. Ozuna singled, Olson and Riley doubled, and Albies ended the run with a home run. This is only the second time this season they managed to get 3 or more consecutive hits. Riley added a home run in the 7th. Riley had 4 RBI, Albies added 3, and Williams had 2. Chris Sale had a great outing. He went 6 innings, giving up no runs on 2 hits and 3 walks while striking out 8. At this point, the Braves are 103-59 in Acuna's last 162 games. And I think this shows his importance to the Braves. Friday, I'm going to start out by stating I could not watch this game due to it being on Apple TV. I don't understand when you buy the MLB package why Apple TV games aren't available. Apparently, MLB cares more about money than it does its fans. And I will keep complaining about this. On to the game. Braves started off strong. In this game, Acuna singled, Ozuna walked, and Olson had an RBI single. Unfortunately, that would be the only run they would get. They went 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position, leaving 9 on base. Another pathetic offensive performance. Grant Holmes was decent. He went 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits and 1 walk while striking out 9. The bullpen was okay with the exception of Johnson, who gave up 2 runs on 2 hits. That came in the 9th and closed the door on this game, giving Boston a 5-1 win. Saturday, Spencer Schwellenbach got the start on his 25th birthday, and he had himself quite the birthday. He went 6 1/3 innings, giving up no runs on 5 hits and 0 walks while striking out 11. The Braves again started strong scoring in the first on an RBI double from Olson. The Braves added 4 in the 4th on a home run from Riley, an RBI single from H2, and a 2-run home run from Acuna. Once again, the Braves struggled with runners in scoring position, going 2 for 10 and leaving 7 on base. The bullpen came in and did their job. They did not allow a single base runner in their 2 2/3 innings. When given a lead like they were on this day, this is the performance they have to have. With as bad as the offense has been, when the offense gives the bullpen a lead, they have to keep it. They did a great job of giving Atlanta a 5-0 win. This was the first time this season that Boston had been shut out. Let's move on to Sunday. This game was a wild start. Boston scored 3 runs in the first, all on a bases-loaded 3-run double. The Braves scored 1 in the first on an Ozuna home run. Bryce Elder returned to the Braves, replacing Smith Shawver. He was really good after the first inning. He went 5 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits and 3 walks while striking out 4. The Braves' offense was absolutely horrendous in this game. They struck out 14 times on the day. They were 1 of 6 with runners in scoring position. The 1 hit did not lead to a run, so it really didn't help all that much. The bullpen was really good again. They went 3 2/3 innings, allowing only 1 base runner. Braves pitching did strike out 12 of their own batters on the day. There wasn't a lot of action in this game after the first. It set up to be a high-scoring game, but quickly turned into a very good pitching performance from both teams. And Boston won this game 3-1. Absolutely nothing given up after the first inning. My weekly takeaways. At this point, the Braves are not a playoff team and aren't even close. They have the talent to make a run at it, but it is hard to see it at this point. Alex Anthopoulos needs to decide if we are going to be buyers or sellers. I think it should be sellers, and I have a couple of ideas to better the future. First, you trade Marcell Ozuna and get young talent. Ozuna's contract is up at the end of the season anyway, and he is a one-tool player. All he can do is hit. He doesn't play in the field, he only DHs. He has no speed, so in a close game, the Braves have to pinch run for him if he gets on base. We can trade him and let Drake Baldwin, a promising young catcher who currently has 34 hits in his 36 games, who's hitting .321 on the season, which is one of 2 Braves to be hitting above .300. The other is Acuna, who only has 9 games under his belt. The Braves need Baldwin's bat in the lineup daily. This would allow him to hit daily and catch on days when Sean Murphy needs a break. The other move I would make is trading Raisel Iglesias, again for young talent. Iglesias is having a bad year and is 35 in his last year of his contract. He's got an ERA of 5.65, which is absolutely awful for a closer. Both of these guys will be 35 plus years old next season. In their last year of their contract, it only makes sense to get something out of them while you can. The Braves have set themselves up to be successful for years to come. This appears to be a year where it isn't going to happen. We have a lot of young talent that might as well get them MLB experience. The Braves were 4 of 26 with runners in scoring position against Boston. That would be a 153 average. They were 11 for 47 for the week for a 234 average. Until this number gets better, losses will continue. A quick look at next week's upcoming games. The Braves are now sitting at 27 and 31 and 4th in the NL East. They have Arizona and San Francisco coming up this week. The previous series they had at Arizona, the Braves won 2 out of 3. The Diamondbacks are actually playing worse than the Braves right now, having only won 1 in their last 10. Hopefully the Braves can take advantage of that. San Francisco has been playing well all season and only 3.5 games behind the Dodgers. So that series at San Francisco will be difficult with as bad as Atlanta is playing. I've got 2 non-Braves related side notes here. First, with Friday's game being on Apple TV, I watched the Women's College Softball World Series. Do not sleep on this event. There have been some incredibly exciting games, and it is worth watching. There is just so much talent in that Softball World Series. It is a lot of fun to watch. An event I would like to get to one of these days. Number 2, me being in Indiana. I'm really excited to watch the Pacers in the NBA Finals for the first time in 25 years. It seems like it's a long time ago, but as that was when I was graduating high school, I'm going to pretend it wasn't. The Pacers have had an absolutely incredible playoff run so far. They have been so much fun to watch in May, and I really hope it continues into this next series and they stay as hot as they've been and they bring a championship back to Indianapolis with them. I will be back next Sunday to discuss next week's games. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, comment. Have anything you want me to discuss, email me at buckysportshow@gmail.com. Again, that's buckysportshow@gmail.com. As always, enjoy the game. Go Braves and go Pacers!